I'll introduce him, dude.
Right, so first fight of the night, 3D Fight Club 2, August 19, 2022, Bowlers Exhibition Centre, Manchester. Obviously, it's the second event, big promotion's still growing. Brings fireworks on the night, and obviously we've got one of the fights now, an interesting one for me. It's a K1 fight between, how can I kind of word this on the left? I've got Damian Jenkins, who I've known a long time from a young boy growing up, man, and you know, I've always known him, 20 years, dedicated, trains hard. And then moving on to the right, I don't really know much about Fred Willis, but I used to train with his fight team at Manchester Ground and Pound myself, about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. Strong fight team, strong fight camp down there. You've got both fighters now weighing in between the 80 to 90 kilogram weight limit. And let it go, boys. Fred, you go first. How's preparations going?
Preparation's been good. Just been teaching, training, working, so just working it around, not killing myself. But yeah.
Eat, sleep, breathing the sport though.
That's what I mean. I just do it for a living, so.
Got no corners?
No, definitely not.
And
so.
Which way do you see the fight going? Planning out? What's your history with Damian? Have you sparred him in the past?
I've never sparred him before.
Do you know much about him?
I only know that he trains at my old coach's gym. I don't know very much about him at all.
So would you see that as an advantage or a disadvantage?
I think going to any fight prepared for what you're expecting, really. So, you know, you don't take anybody lightly, do you, really? You know, my plan is to kick and punch him wherever his hands aren't. So, you know.
So what have you got a game plan going into the fight you're going to go against? What's your game plan? Stoppage, points?
Going for a knockout, obviously. That's my idea.
Knockout?
Yeah, that's my idea.
So you just take over to your opponent and
sure.
He's going for the knockout, Damian. So like I say, I've known you a long time, man.
Let's go for his knockout. If you think you can go for a knockout, can't about that.
We'll see
about that, won't we? Yeah, we'll see.
Obviously going to see how's your preparation's been going in.
Yeah, it's been going great, mate. I've been sparring a lot. I'm getting two different camps I've been at the moment. A lot of boxing and all that, and been sparring with some pretty big guys.
You say you've put a game plan together, knowing that you're training with his ex-coach.
I just get in there and fight, mate. You know what I mean? That's all I do. Get in there and just fight. Fight who gets in front of me. Simple.
What's the answer? What's the answer to the knockout?
Probably a head kick or something.
Well, is that what you're, you know, was your...
Yeah, might be, might not be, do you know what I mean?
Boys, let it off, man.
Depends on it, you know what I mean?
Let it off, obviously.
Obviously, we're going to put a good show on for the people and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope you come prepared, I've come prepared, bro.
Yeah,
so I'm ready, I've trained hard, you know what I mean?
I mean, you could say that you're gonna knock someone out, or you're not going to knock someone out. At the end of the day, you throw punches and kicks with as much damage as you can, and hopefully you get the most damage out of it that you can do. So if you knock me out, that's great. If you knock you out, that's fantastic.
Come with that lion art, do you know what I mean? If you've got that lion art, mate, then you've got it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
That's it, I know. How do you feel about, obviously under the BKB promotion, with the weight between an 80 to 90 kilogram weight limit, 10 kilos?
No different to me, mate, you know what I mean? Because I've been doing it for so long, it's just like every opponent you get in there, they still feel the same as what they felt in the last time, do you know what I mean?
So basically the same approach is like how every other man fighting man thinks,
like,
2 arms, 2 legs, a man's a man.
I've not trained any of a different style, I've just trained hard and as hard as I can, do you know what I'm saying?
At the end of
Would you say you've upped your game for this fight with being on a BKB promotion, or would you say you've just trained the exact same, or have you upped your game because of the type of opponent you've got?
I've been fighting loads of taller opponents because I knew he was a bit taller than me. But I just happen to be blessed with having loads of really tall mates, so that's fine, isn't it?
We've all got a few of them, haven't we? Yeah. Now, well, boys, like I said, man, hopefully, you know, you're doing the respect to sport. There's not really much bad blood there, man.
No, that's it. We're going to put a good show on, like I say, you know what I mean?
So what should we call it then now, boys? Handshake, the best man wins, face off, and that's it. Let's do it, boys. Let's go.
Make the way down, haven't they? Got to make the way down
You ready, lad? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
Nice one, shake hands.
All right.
Well done, boys. Proper, true. Just call the Swan up.
Swan!
Come on, the Swan.
The man himself! In the house! Wherever you want to sit, my mate.
Pick your seat, you're in the hot seat tonight, Swan.
Go, Swan boy!
Right, so obviously those people that know previously, or people who are on YouTube and everything else, we all know how loud the Swan can be. We've had him on the fight card before, and to be fair, he can back it up. His opponent can't make it today, so he'll be here tomorrow. But we'll introduce the Swan as Gordon, the Swan who just comes for a bit of a tear up, doesn't he? And no holds barred, and don't stop doing 3,000 press ups on a Monday afternoon. Phones me 10 times a day, but you know, we'll introduce the Swan. The Swan, let it off.
Yes, well, I'm here ADHD awareness, and I want to make it aware that his medication is awful, and it's affecting these kids. Right?
It's someone else today.
Now, that's the ADHD alien. And that's how the kids feel in school, like an alien, and like the kids. So I'm here to get the message with this ADHD.
So bottom line, but the Swan fights for ADHD awareness.
Come on, let's go, lads! Come on! I'm saving you all. I won't leave one behind.
So Swan, what would you say your preparations have been for this fight? Because I know that since last Friday.
There's one victory to this one. that was a big.
Nah, because we're not realistic. I know you, and I know that, but you've not stopped training since the last one.
Nah, like.
So I mean,
the last camp and this camp, it's all for one of them to show like the ADHD. We're not.
And you fight for ADHD awareness, don't you?
Yeah, ADHD.
So
Get through this fight, Swan. Yeah, and on the third one, I'll give you a shot. Yeah. You've got the opportunity for the of course you have.
Right, so much. Thank you so much.
Of course you have. Yeah, you're welcome.
My heart. Thank you so much. And yourself, Ian.
See, obviously your opponent can't speak today, but I know that you can speak for him. What are you going to do to him?
Well, I look at the last fight I did really well, and I did a knockout of the night, so I've got to build on that now, and I broke his larynx, so I've got to do something more than that this time.
Are you going to inflict pain?
Yeah, in a very nice manner, where I don't get hurt or touched Stephen or come close.
So how are you going to do that then, this one?
I'm going to render him unconscious with an uppercut. I want to use the cage as well, the wall, to do it, you know. So
you're going to say you've been working on your craft?
Superman uppercut
off the cage.
Superman uppercut.
Right on, through the guard, on the jaw, on his back. Good night.
Now
Come on, this one.
You're always a character, mate. Nice to have you.
Visualise it and do it. Visualise it and do it. I said I'm going to knock him out and put him in a recovery. I did it last time.
You can't be listening. You're not putting no one in recovery, mate. You're there
even this time.
That's it. Now, but jokes aside, though, you've trained hard preparation. You're in shape.
I'm in shape.
Any injuries in the training camp?
Nah, nothing, mate. I'm great.
Right, that's it.
Great.
He can't speak for himself.
100%.
You'll have to do stand-off for
I can't wait. And who's my opponent again?
So you find a guy called Jordan. So obviously you had two opponents. So you find Jordan Bland, so you have to speak for him. So surely he's watching this on the live stream. So
what we can do tomorrow, this one. You can
I appreciate him to come and fight me first and foremost, to get in there and fight this one. You must have some big bollocks on him. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And birds of a feather flock together. He's going down in one.
Is that what happens with swans?
Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. And I'm a golden swan, mate.
Everyone put it together for the swan, mate.
Come on! Thank you so much. Cheers, mate.
Go on, Swan. Get a picture of me and you.
ADHD awareness, isn't it?
Let's go. Yes.
Wesley, what do I do?
Wesley, I'll get this from the dark kid.
Thank you so much, lads.
You ready for that?
No, I want to check this now, I'm fine. I'm going to shock them. That's what I want. I'm going to shock the world. Yeah.
Yeah, put it together for the swan, man. ADHD awareness. Simon Johnson, Bradley Scott, Memorial title fight. Both guys make up to that. So we'll start with an introduction there now. So I think both guys heavyweight fight. Obviously they're fighting for the memorial title of a close friend of ours that was sadly, been laid to rest a few weeks ago. It's an emotional one for his family, friends, 3D Fight Club itself, and you just got to put your hands together for the two men that are willing to put it on the line, for a man they didn't know, and we can only really honour that and respect that and just put it together for the boys. And it goes out to Tom Campbell and his family, and hopefully they'll come tomorrow. And they'll kind of know what Tom Campbell meant for the Manchester community of all. And like you're saying, we'll just leave that one there and save the rest for tomorrow night, because it's going to be a screaming of fight, the introduction, and just watch out for the screen, the big screen. So I'm going to go over to Simon Johnson now. This one here made me laugh because he got phoned to go for the bare knuckle fight just so we could pay for his car wheels.
No, car injectors.
It was. He went down to the field and he fought a veteran called Mick Ord, and the fight lasted about 5 seconds. Fair play to both men, and then that's brought him to the platform today, and since that one day on the field he lives for it.
It gets better than that. I weighed the Jeep in now, so
he weighed his card in, but it's just the joys of the sport. It brings all different kinds of characters, but jokes aside, both men are going to put it on a line, and then obviously we're moving over to Bradley as well, and he's travelled all the way up from Bristol. Strong MMA background, strong fighting background. You can see there's not really much size difference. We'll see how in terms of ability when they're both in the cage, because it can go either way. You've got a guy that just turns up who loves to fight and a guy that lives to fight. So what's your preparations, Bradley, in terms of the fight? Which way do you see it going, and how have you took your approach on it? Has it been different from what you've done previously in the past?
Yeah, massively, to be honest with you, because I've got to be honest, I was drunk watching YouTube, and I got a message come through saying, do you fancy a bare knuckle? Well, I fancy that. And then the next morning I got a text message. I don't know who it was, any of you three, or don't know who it was, and I forgot. And I woke up and I got a bare knuckle boxing fight. Well, this is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? And then I saw the little videos he put up, in it, and I couldn't stop laughing. This is going to be a great day for me.
Yeah.
Afterwards will be better when we go out. When we go out afterwards will be great. You coming out there after party meal
I
food?
don't drink me, mate, so I don't really think I'll be going out for
What a wet wipe, come on.
He's been fixing his car wheels. His new car. No, but Joseph, so what in terms of preparations? Obviously, that's how have you prepared for the fight? In terms of what have you done different than what you would have done with your MMA training?
So obviously take the kicks, takedowns, all that away. And fair play to you lot kicking, not a chance. I can't kick above the knee. But personally, all I've done, I joined a boxing club in Bicester. I've been training with some Irish boxing champion.
I know what that is.
His name?
Mike Sweeney.
So it's Gary Sweeney.
Gary Sweeney.
I've been training with. That was
fighting in 3 weeks, and he got it.
That was damaging. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's big, isn't he?
Very good.
He wasn't very nice. Yeah, so I've been training with him a lot. Not feeling so fresh afterwards.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I haven't trained in about 5 years, so it's a nice wake-up call. Simon's helped me out. Yeah. I would say I'd put the bottle down a little bit.
But
a little bit.
I mean, do you know what's good about the fight? The way in terms of the belt you're fighting for, the way you've both just approached the fight. I know it's with respect to sport, but I have to put it in there. How do you see the fight going on your side?
I see myself winning personally. I've got more experience. I've got nothing but respect for him coming out. But I see myself winning.
In terms of when you say winning, would you say points, stoppage, or are you just going for the win and that's?
I never ever look for a knockout. I just look for the win. Right, and if a knockout comes, it comes. That's the easiest way. You can't go wrong then, can you?
Yeah.
That way you don't get shot in the foot and you go, you said you were going to knock him out. I also said I'd win.
So in terms of yourself, obviously, like I just say, when respect goes both ways, how your opponent spoke about it, so I know there's no bad blood there, but I have to ask the question, which way do you see the fight going in terms of?
I see it as me winning, innit? Otherwise I won't be here. Not here to lose.
No, I understand that. So in terms of what you're going for, you're going in there for the knockout, you're going in there for the long day, because you don't get paid for the overtime.
Yeah, we don't get paid overtime, so you got to try and win it early, ain't you?
Mate, just let him know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't laugh at you because you keep saying in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't laughing at you. The accent as well. It's not nothing disrespectful.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at winning as well, so it's going to be a good one, innit?
Yeah.
No, but like I say, for the respect to sport and what we, on behalf of the whole 3D Fight Club team, when the the Greater Manchester and Manchester community for the belt that you guys are fighting for. You know, it's an honour to have you on the show. Do you know what I mean? And you know, no, it is. You know, and like you're saying, this belt means a lot. You know, it means a lot just to us and friends and stuff like that. So we appreciate that, guys, and the respect to sport, man. So handshaking, face off, and then let's go from there, boys.
And I appreciate that you're fighting.
And that's the joys about this game. You know, it brings characters together from all walks of life, and the respect is always shown. Sometimes not before, but to see it beforehand and afterwards means a lot.
He's a nice guy, got nothing bad to say about him at all. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, we squared it off, boys. Let's go.
Not much in size, is it? Not too close, boys.
There's not much in size on there.
There you go, boys. Shake hands. Well done. I feel respect that.
And the next one.
Right, so Tony Means is tomorrow.
Yes, I'll leave him.
Stumpy's not here, so.
Yeah. Have you asked him first?
Yeah, we spoke to him before.
Yeah, but you sure you started with him?
Yeah, we told him before this because it's tomorrow.
Well, that's him now, I don't know.
I've already sat with him. I asked him for what you mean. I hadn't sat with him a minute ago. Do you want to do it today or do you want to do it when Tony's there? He said we'll do it tomorrow when Tony's there.
Right, no problem.
That's what I'm saying. So Stumpy's not here, but we're still at Kieran.
Yeah, shout Kieran up here.
Kieran! Do you want to Kieran? Bring one of your team members with you as well, man. So obviously, it's able, man. And listen, your opponent's not here today, but obviously, you know, get seated and.
Sorry, that's all off.
Nah, I ain't pulled out. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Like you say, man, it's been a long drive, so you're not going to keep sitting there for a while, man. Both of you stay on that one end there, man. So, Kieran Russell, man, the man from the King of the South. Is that what it is?
You're saying it?
Although that's the message you sent me, but to be fair, you know, he he was a bit like the Swan, really. He mithered the life out of me. Trained hard, sent me pictures every day to prove his training, proved his dedication, and now he's here today to do the business. Unfortunately, his opponent can't be here, but his opponent is still the opponent that he's fighting tomorrow. He's dropped 3 stone in weight. You're in, you know, for me, you're in really good shape. So I know you've put yourself through the paces.
To be honest, I feel a lot different. I got out of jail in January and I come out 97 kilo. And now I'm like 85, so it's a lot, and that's hard. It was hard to push it because when I was in prison, there's COVID, so we didn't get no time out. We didn't get no exercise. So you're sitting eating carbs and you put on weight. So that happened for me. But when I got out,
how do you, like I was saying, you know, I know we spoke previously before, but how do you feel in terms of, like, you know, kind of experience of being like ex-fighters ourselves and fighters and stuff? It's all down to how you lose the weight to how you're going to perform on the night. How would you say you've lost the weight, and how do you think that's going to be on your performance when you're in the cage? Obviously, fighting BKB.
running. I ran 5k every day. Sometimes I'd run up to 10k. And I do that 5-6 times a week.
Do you think you've done the weight in a natural way?
Yeah.
In terms of that, so you're going to feel strong.
Yeah, dieting.
You've got the weight properly.
Feel good.
You feel good in that, because 3 stones a lot of weight, and you've only lost it over no matter what, 8 weeks.
But I'm only 5'9", so
yeah.
That 97 kilo, that's not my natural weight anyway. That was just fat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
We all know fat's the worst enemy, don't we? Do you know what I mean? We all know that. Yeah. But how would you say, in terms of, obviously, because your previous background's MMA?
MMA, yeah. Boxed as a youngster.
So you have got boxing experience, and so how would you say you took the approach in terms of your camp? Because you've been on what? You've done camp for 10 weeks. When I first spoke to you, and it was about 10 weeks.
I've done camp. I was in camp for the original first day. So I've just had an extended camp really, and I ain't stopped. So
would you not say you peaked in between that time to affect your performance? And
I had a week off in between it, and then that was it, and then just flat out.
Yeah. How would you say in terms of, obviously I don't really know too much about your opponent.